Surprisingly, the blood that travels through the atria and through the ventricles does not actually sustain or nourish the myocardium simply because the myocardium is too thick. We see that there are specific blood vessels that are located on the surface of the heart, which are collectively referred to as the coronary circulation, that specifically function in nourishing the myocardium. The coronary circulation is the collective name for the arteries and the veins that serve the heart muscle itself. So it is the blood supply that brings nutrients and oxygen to the myocardium. It is also the shortest of the circulation pathways since the blood vessels are only serving the heart musculature. And typically we see that blood flows through the coronary circulation much more easily during periods in which the heart is relaxed, that is, in periods of diastole. And this is because the coronary blood vessels tend to become constricted when the heart is in systole or when the heart is contracting. We see that the left ventricle is the chamber that receives most of the coronary blood supply because it is the thickest and the most muscular of all of the heart chambers. So all of the coronary arteries arise from a single branch off of the aorta. And looking at the posterior side of the heart, we can see two major coronary arteries. We see the right coronary artery and a major branch of the coronary artery, which is the posterior interventricular artery. And collectively, these two arteries will deliver blood to small capillary beds that are embedded within the myocardium. The cardiac veins are going to be the vessels that will collect blood from those capillary beds in the myocardium and return it to the right atrium of the heart. So once again, looking at the posterior side, we see the great cardiac vein and the middle cardiac vein, both of which are collecting blood from those coronary capillary beds or those myocardial capillary beds, and they are delivering blood to a chamber that's called the coronary sinus. And the coronary sinus will then deliver blood to the right atrium of the heart, and it enters the right atrium near where the inferior vena cava enters the right atrium of the heart. Normal coronary circulation can be disrupted by insufficient or blocked blood flow to the myocardium. One such condition is called angina pectoris, which is caused by temporary insufficient blood flow to the myocardium. This disruption in blood flow can be due to stress or could be due to increased physical demand on the heart. And the reduction in blood flow weakens the myocardium. It does not kill the myocardium, but it does weaken the myocardium due to a temporary lack of oxygen delivery to that heart muscle. Furthermore, we have conditions like myocardial infarctions, which are also known as heart attacks, that are caused by prolonged blockages in coronary circulation. And these prolonged blockages will kill the myocardium. Now, these blockages can occur due to blood clots from strokes, or they could also be due to plaque buildup from atherosclerosis. Dead heart muscle tissue will then be replaced by scar tissue, so that dead heart muscle tissue will not regenerate itself. Instead, it will become scar tissue. And the problem with scar tissue is that we see that it is non-contractile, so it does not function in generating the forces that are going to move blood through the heart. And over time, this is going to make the heart weaker simply because that heart muscle that is damaged and destroyed is being replaced by non-contractile scar tissue. This diagram shows a myocardial infarction that is caused by a blocked coronary circulation as a result of plaque buildup from atherosclerosis. The heart muscle that is downstream of the blockage will eventually die and be replaced by scar tissue.